Hey guys, so welcome back to my channel. As y'all can see, I'm rocking a new do. I'm rocking a new color, a new style. This video is not really in partnership, but I guess you can say partnership with Jaja hair company. This wig for a little while now. I have previous videos on my channel of this same unit. It just looks different because I dyed the hair, bleached it, added highlights and lowlights, and then cut it a little and just styled it differently. Now, unfortunately, I don't have the video footage of me dyeing the hair because I did it like months ago when I was like bored in my dorm room one random night. So I didn't even think to pull out my camera and film it because I didn't even think it was gonna like come out good or anything. You know, I was just playing around, having fun, but it came out really cute. So sorry about that. If y'all want to see how to like get the, because this was just a regular 1B wig. It had none of these highlights. I added all of the coloring into this wig. So if y'all want to see how I got that process, I can try to do it on another unit and film it. But yeah, so this video is more so just gonna be install and styling because I hadn't worn this wig in so long. It was just like stored away in my closet, and girl, it was looking crazy. So I was like, you know what, let me revamp it, let me restyle it and film. So this is the end result that we have right here, and I really like it. I think it's such a pretty color and I like the lens. I just love everything about this unit. So if y'all want to see how I got this style, just keep on watching. Also, if you want to know all the information on this hair, I recorded a previous video on my channel when I first got the wig and talked about like all the hair specs, talked more about the hair company, all of that. So I will link that video below in case y'all want to see all of that. But you know, I ain't trying to have this long intro, girl, so we're just gonna get into it. Stay tuned. I'll see y'all in my next one. I love y'all. Bye. Okay y'all, so I'm starting off with my wig cap on my head, and first I'm putting some alcohol on a cotton pad around the perimeter just to help with the sticking of the glue and to remove all the oils on our forehead, because you don't want that. So now I'm pulling my cap down once I've wiped it clean, and now I'm taking a pair of scissors and I'm just cutting slits into my ears, and then as y'all can see, I'm pulling my ear out. Now you want to do this so that when you start molding your wig cap down, the side parts can lay flat, if that makes sense, which you'll see what I'm talking about better later. Okay, so now I'm taking my freeze spray from Got To Be and spraying the perimeter of my hairline, and then I'm taking my blow dryer on a cool setting, and I'm just gonna blow dry that freeze spray, and you want to do this until it's completely dry. Okay, so now I'm taking some scissors and I'm going to start cutting away the excess wig cap that we don't need. So I'm starting by making a big slit in the middle of the wig cap, going up to the point where I sprayed that hairspray, if that makes sense. And I like to, when I'm cutting my wig cap, I like to do it in sections instead of doing it all at once. So that's why I'm making all of these slits, and then I go back to each individual slit and cut it down. So I hope that makes sense, but obviously if it doesn't, y'all can just watch and see what I'm doing. So now I'm just going to plop my wig on right quick just to make sure that the lace of the wig kind of matches the pattern that you cut your cap, if that makes sense, especially because this is a unit that I've already worn and already cut. So I just want to make sure that they line up, because if they don't, it's not going to look good. So yeah, go in, and as you guys can see, I did some excess cutting on my lace to match the way I cut my cap. So just be mindful of that. So yeah, now I'm taking some powder and I'm going to just apply that to the hairline of the, not the hairline, but the perimeters of the cap, because one thing about this unit, y'all, the lace was like dark for some reason. So I thought that putting a powder that was lighter would help the contrast so that the lace didn't look as dark when I glued it down, which y'all will see what I'm talking about later, because I know normally they say use a powder that's your skin color when you're doing this step, but I did a powder that was a little lighter because my lace was dark. So yeah, which this didn't work, by the way, but whatever, you live and you learn. So now I'm using my ball hole glue, and I'm taking a popsicle stick, and I'm just going to smear a light layer onto my hairline. Now I did 2 layers of glue, the first one thicker than the other, and in between both layers I let the glue dry completely clear, or at least semi-clear, before I proceeded on. That's very important. Okay, so now while my first layer of glue is drying, I'm gonna just take my hot comb and take the wig before I put it on my head and just hot comb the front of the hair into place. Now this is important because it's kind of molding the hair so that when you get ready to glue it down, no hair is in the way, if that makes sense. So I'm not even really in frame with this, sorry about that. I was trying to pay more attention to actually doing it than getting in the camera, but yeah. So now once I do that, I'm going to go on my second layer of glue because the first layer has pretty much dried, and I did a much thinner coat the second go around. And like always, I'm just going to let that dry, and while it's drying, I went back in with the hot comb and pressed the edges of the wig back. Okay, so we're finally ready to start gluing. So I'm gonna throw my wig on, and then I like to glue down by section. So I'll typically start with the middle section. Oh, make sure you comb the hair out because it's so annoying when you get ready to glue your wig down, then all these pieces of hair is getting in the way. So make sure the hair is out of the way. But like I was saying, yeah, I like to glue the middle section down and then work on one side and then work on the other side so everything is laid. And if it's not completely laid, as soon as you glue it down, don't be discouraged, because a lot of the laying actually happens when your hair is tied down with the scarf or a wrap, whatever you're going to use, because that's when it can really marinate and like it really just lays when it's tied down. So I'm taking this wrap and I'm going to spray a little bit of some more got to be glued spray. Not a lot because you don't want it to be crunchy, but just a little extra, you know, reinforcement. And then I'm going to tie it down and let the universe do what it do. Okay, so now for styling, it's not much to explain, so I'm gonna just pretty much let y'all watch what I do. But just to start off, I put a little bit of this oil into my hair, just a tiniest size amount, because you don't want to weigh your hair down, but the hair was very dry and needed some moisture, so I did a little bit of that. And then I took a long time to find my part because I needed a defined part in this unit, and I didn't have a defined part, so y'all will also see how I go in and define my part, all of that. So I'm gonna just let y'all watch, listen to some music, and yeah.
is a Tracky production.
Okay, so I did want to come on to explain this next part. I used some foam, some mousse, whatever brand you want to use, and I use that at the front sections of my hair because that's what is not only going to clean it up but also give your hair that height and that volume look. You know what I'm talking about. Like, you have to mold your hair to sit like that. It's not just going to do it on its own. So that's what the mousse was for, and the hot combing is all molding the hair into place because I like, especially when my hair is curled and like these voluminous curls, I like it to like have height at the top of the hair, if that makes sense. So yeah, now I'm just untying and y'all will see the rest. So y'all, just lastly, I went in and added just some simple baby hairs because I wanted to conceal the lace a little bit more because like I said, it was so dark and I felt like it didn't blend into my skin as much as I wanted it to. So I was like, let me just add some baby hairs because I felt like this look just needed it. But I didn't do no crazy baby hairs or anything, just real light, subtle baby hairs. So yeah, that was pretty much the end of this look. Okay, so what up y'all? This is pretty much the final look. I just changed into a cute little top and some earrings, you know, put on some lip gloss just to film this outro and also to take thumbnail pictures. So I hope y'all enjoyed this hair transformation video. I want to start a series of like hair transformation videos. Subscribe if you enjoy my content and would like to see more of me. And also like, comment, all of that. And I will see you guys in my next one. Mwah. Bye.